If you want.
Okay, yeah, you want to get those one? Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, how's it going? I think we have 4 sheets, well, 4 rounds tonight. Which is a little bit of miscommunication. We're a little slow starting here, but that's okay. Do I want to throw other people under the bus? Yes. Do I need to? No. I'll just say we as if I actually work here. It's cool. I like to panic. People are like, I can't complain. And I'm like, really? I can. I can give you lessons if you need. Right on. You said 4 rounds? Yeah, 4 rounds. Got it. So sorry. I don't know who David Carroll is, but I really like the cover. It's like just cool enough.
Nah.
But he's like old school and she's like new and funky
Yeah.
contrasts.
Funky better.
But I think it's just like it's really classic Tierra de Mucho crap and such.
Hi-fi.
Don't you have any that are already filled out? No, you're literally the third person to ask me that tonight, by the way. I'm like, guys, get new jokes. New one on me. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if something's in the air tonight. I actually had neither until literally 3 times tonight. I'm like, what's in the water today, folks? Oh, sorry, there you go. How many of those? Oh, you need 4 tonight.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Getting a little slower start here than I prefer, but
Hey, no big deal.
tis life.
Just fill this out.
Yep, well, you need 4 sheets today, so I'll have 4 rounds. And by turning in your first sheet after the first round with your name, that's you signing up.
Done. Thank you.
Otherwise, it's free and easy.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome down to Cranky Sam. We're going to start with trivia here in just a couple of minutes. If you'd like to play along, you can come on up and grab 4 sheets and a pen. We'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. Thanks for coming down. Hi, how's it going? Yeah.
4 sheets?
4 sheets. Why not? Let's go bananas here.
2.
Should have set trivia night music.
Thanks.
Hopefully this isn't too loud. Alrighty, folks, this is last call. If you'd like to join us for trivia, 4 rounds of 10 questions each, come up and grab some slips. We'll get started in 1 minute. Hey, could you hear me okay back there?
I was really paying attention.
Sure.
I did not hear me.
Alrighty, friends and lovers, let's get this show on the road. Here's the basics for tonight. If you haven't been down for a while or it's your first time, we will do 4 rounds of 10 questions each. Each question is worth 1 point, but you can star 1 round for double points. There's a star on the top of your sheet. Circle the hell out of that thing, and that'll double your entire points for that round. We won't do any repeats, so please take notes. And prizes tonight, first place is a $30 drink card. Second place, a $20 drink card. Third place is a surprise prize, which tonight is the Viva La Splash beer-shaped pool floaty. Model height is 5'6", so which means my legs would hang off of this. But if you are a daintier shaped person, this might be just right for you. Also, we have a prize for best dumb team name. You get an even stupider prize than that. So again, if you really want to be floating around and God, I don't know. I wouldn't trust this thing as a survival floaty, by the way. So we're fine now. We only have a few rules, so please follow them. First of all, no cell phones out during rounds at all, please. We also have a 6-person team limit. If you have more than 6, that's fine. You can still play, but you can't win. And I need you to write more than 6 very large at the top of your first sheet. I'll play some backup music, but please keep your answers quiet, especially after a few beers. People seem to feel the need to shout to each other. Or half of it, it's in this world. And last but not least, remember, it is just trivia. So take a nice deep breath and simmer down if you find yourself getting riled up. All that being said, make sure your team name is at the top. We're going to dive right into our first round tonight, which is Today in History, August 14th. I will give you a year and ask you about an event that happened on August 14th of that year. It's not as bad as it sounds, but also it might be worse. Let's dive right into round number 1. On August 14th, 1040, King Duncan I of Scotland was killed in a battle against his first cousin, who would go on to be a titular character in what Shakespearean play? Name that character / play. So do trivia? This is our first question. Come grab a sheet. Give you about 10 more seconds before we move on. Again, no repeats, so take some notes if you need to. Yeah, look, this is our first question here. I won't be able to do a repeat, but if you know it, you might want to dive in right away. Oh. And we're moving right on to number 2 here. Let's move on to question number 2. And on this date, April 14th, 1824, what French nobleman and military officer who volunteered to join the Continental Army in the American Revolutionary War finally returned to the United States after the French Revolution? Name of that nobleman / officer. 10 seconds. Take some notes if you need to. Take a little skip forward here in time to 1873. What magazine focused on sport hunting, recreational fishing, and other outdoor activities began publishing on this date? 1873. Field and Stream. But keep it secret. Ten seconds. Take notes if you need more time. You'll have 2 minutes at the end of the round. Moving on to question number 4. On this date in 1912 and remaining until 1925, 2,500 U.S. Marines invaded what country? Later involved in more U.S. meddling during the Iran-Contra affair in the mid-1980s. Name that country. Gets to be sneaky. Nicaragua.
Oh, gosh,
They're different. They're all different. Ten seconds. Moving up to 1942, what general who had become the 34th president was named commander of the Allied forces in the invasion of North Africa during W.W. Dose? Ten seconds. Question number 6. I missed a 1 there. It's not 952, it's 1952. What mathematician, famous for breaking the Enigma code, published his groundbreaking paper on mathematical biology called The Chemical Basis of Morphogenesis? Name that mathematician. Ten seconds. Moving on to question number 7. On this date in 1973, the U.S. ended its secret bombing of what country that 2 years later would begin a genocide that killed 25% of its population? I'm sure the bombing had nothing to do with it.
10 seconds. Moving up just to 1975, on August 14th, the king of what country opened Svalbard Airport, the northernmost airport in the world with scheduled public flights.
Hey, if you guys are in the back room, can you just make sure it's clear back there? We never did a proper sound check, so I just want to make sure people can hear. Okay, thanks.
10 seconds. Question number 9, skipping almost to the modern era here. In 1994, the Hubble Space Telescope photographed the rings of what planet, which rotates at nearly 90-degree angle from its plane of orbit? Name that planet. Ten seconds. And finally, number 10, let's end this on a lighter note. What convicted Oklahoma City bomber was formally sentenced to death on this date, August 14th, 1997?
Thank you, sir. Thanks, buddy.
10 seconds. And just like that, my friends, round number 1 is done. I will give you 2 minutes from right now to check your answers. Then turn in your slips upside down up at the table, please. 2 minutes starting now.
Sit down right there. Thank you. Do I need to write it on the back?
1 minute left, so we need all slips turned in, please. 1 minute.
Upside down right there, buddy. Thank you.
Ten seconds. That's last call for all slips, please. 10 seconds.
Upside down right here, please. Thank you.
And we should have all slips in now. Don't forget, folks, the kitchen will be open until 9 o'clock. Always good to get an order in early on busy nights like tonight, though.
Where did you get that? Because I need to work.
Weird secondhand store somewhere. I can't remember.
Can't find it.
All righty, crew. Thank you for your patience. Let's check those answers to round number one. We have 20 teams tonight, by the way. It's 200 answers I check, and I usually do a pretty good job, and always back me up if you can. 1040 Scottish King Duncan gets killed by his cousin, or at least in battle with Macbeth. Old Macbeth, not Macbeth, future reference. I would have put down this guy's full name. He was a nobleman military officer from France. I simply want to put down Lafayette because he has no less than 11 names to his credit because he's an uppity Frenchman, which is
Lafayette.
Lafayette. It's also just what we can call a Frenchman. His magazines for sport hunting and all that published all the way back in 1873. Field and Stream. Field and Stream. Stopped print versions in like 2017. They're going to start doing them again because I guess we're all going backward. Yeah, so this country we've been really dicking around with for quite a while. Iran-Contra was Nicaragua. Nicaragua. We sold a bunch of arms illegally to Iran and took the money to fund a bunch of quote-unquote freedom fighters to help take down the duly elected Nicaraguan government. And now we complain when they're a war-torn country and they're trying to get somewhere safe. Go back to where you came from. That place we effed up real hard. That 34th president was Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eisenhower. Three teams put that guy from the Imitation Game. That's Alan Turing. Alan Turing. Speaking of mess around in countries where we don't belong, 1973, we finally stopped bombing Cambodia, which led almost directly to a massive genocide. Oh, piles of bones and skulls. Go team. All right, here we are in in Svalbard. Ask you what the island of Svalbard is connected to. That is Norway. Norway. So a lot of you knew that Saturn has rings, but another planet does as well, and it rotates on its side. That's Uranus, not mine, but your anus. And finally, last but not least, 3 people put the Unabomber. There were other bombers actually back in the 90s, and one of them was Timothy McVeigh, who was finally sentenced to death after years. So let's check your scores, see how you are doing here after our first round. If this wasn't quite your round, don't stress it. We have 3 more, and they're all a little bit different, so just simmer down now. If you see a number after the team's name, they are part of our summer trivia tournament. I'd invite others to join, but there's like 2 weeks left, and they've already crushed you. And here we are at the top. Those bolded scores mean they use their star for double points. In first place right now in 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey, with a perfect score doubled of 20. -2 has 18 points. And Bird Law Firm has 16. As far as stupid name goes, there was a lot of them, but there was something about Dainty Beer Floaty that just tickled my pickle. So our Dainty Beer Floaty, please come get your album. It's called Contrasts for David Carroll and his orchestra, but the thing is, the cover's kind of cool, but I'm guessing the music is a nightmare. You can ask them to see the cover if you're really interested later. Alrighty, folks, let's get back into our trivia here. Let's dive into round number 2. Don't forget about using those stars if you feel like you did well. Round number 2 tonight's going to be random. A shocker for some of you regulars. 10 random questions about random things. Let's dive right into question number 1 in our random round. Question number 1, who panicked the nation in 1938 with his radio version of War of the Worlds? Name that person. And seconds. Move on to question number 2 in random. What do the Japanese call Japan? Please write that in basic American Latin, not in that foreign type Latin. I can't read that stuff. Thank you. 10 seconds. Question number 3. After being charged with impiety and corruption of youth, haven't we all? Socrates took what poison? That's Socrates.
Thank you.
And seconds. Move on to something else pretty random here. Question number 4. According to the first verse of the nursery rhyme, what time was it when the mouse ran up the clock? Oh, excuse me, when the routes ran down the clock. Sorry, that's important.
Is it pretty clear back there? You can hear everything just fine. Okay. I don't want people to have excuses like, I can't hear you. And I'm like, cool, thank you.
10 seconds. Question number 5. What is the best known artificial international language? You don't know what I mean by that, then I don't get the answer. Don't overthink it. Ten seconds. Question number 6, a little Muzak here for you. What George Gershwin song, his most successful work, was composed in just 3 weeks?
Or piece of music.
Piece of music. Songs don't need that word, so do they? Is that the legal definition? Yes, piece of musical work. 10 seconds. Question number 7. What 40-inch piece of black basalt, just like my ex-boyfriend, unlocked the secret of Egyptian hieroglyphics? Ten seconds. I swear there's not an official theme on these, but they seem to be repeating some of the stuff. What Scandinavian country sold the Virgin Islands to the U.S. in 1917? Ten seconds. Number 9, I always try to throw one sports ball question in. And this one, how high is the crossbar on a football goalpost? Seems to be consistent from high school, college, and professional. How high is that crossbar? 10 seconds. Question number 10. This could have been phrased better. What important thing began on June 25th, 1950? June 25th, 1950.
Like a war. Is it a war?
Which one would it be?
Oh my
It was a
God,
war.
It was a war.
If it was a war, what war would it be?
I don't remember any wars in the 50s though, so that's a problem.
What war?
My thing is not history, it's books, Green.
Okay. Hey, went to public school. I get it. Oh, did you really? Because I went to public, so you. 10 seconds. Now, thanks, buddy.
And that, my friends, is going to do it for round number 2. Your 2 minutes to turn in your slips and check your answers starts now. Please turn them in upside down on the table here.
Think so? Yep. That is definitely not the answer key. Sure enough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget about those stars if you feel like you did well on this round. "45 seconds, so we need all slips turned in, please. 45. And 10 seconds. Last call for all slips, please. 10 seconds.
Close one.
Crew, let's set those answers to round number one. Some really good guesses that I couldn't take a lot of them. You guys did a pretty dang good job. Had quite a few people guess H.G. Wells. You are kind of close, but really far off. That's Orson Welles. Orson Welles. What a Japanese called Japan. A lot of people said like Land of the Rising Sun. That's kind of its nickname. We're looking specifically for Nippon or Nihon. Nihon is also acceptable. Socrates was asked very politely, probably, to kill himself with hemlock, poisoned hemlock. Nummy, nummy, num. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock. That's the first verse. It goes on from there, but that is the first verse. That's a really interesting. A lot of people said binary for this, which is interesting. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a language. We're looking for Esperanto. Esperanto. Artificial being it's not natively spoken by anyone, but created for everyone to use. And fun fact, folks, sign language, a lot of other people guessed, is not international at all. Different countries and cultures have very different sign languages. We did get a correction on this next one. Thank you, music nerds. A song is something that needs to be sung. So as I said, I corrected it. We're just looking for a work of music. If you see Gershwin and hear his most famous, you should probably go right to Rhapsody in Blue. Gorgeous, gorgeous. The 40-inch piece of black basalt was a obelisk-ish, but it was the Rosetta Stone specifically. And again, I put these categories together separately and then kind of toss them in. So I didn't mean to ask so much about Scandinavia, but that Scandinavian country that sold us the Virgin Islands was Denmark. Kalsis Denmark. That's not Danish, but anyway. In sports ball, you got to kick it real, real high. That one guy that only kicks stuff a whole height of 10 feet, a nice even 10 feet. Same as the shooty hoops hoop. And what officially began, not just your creepy Uncle Carl, but it was the Korean War officially began on that date. Let's check your scores as of now and see where everybody's sitting. Just like that, here we are at the top. We got a team to beat tonight. 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey still having a perfect run of 30 points total out of 30 possible. -2's doing great, though, at 26. And Bird Law Firm still holds strong with 25. But Portlandia, you're sneaking up, and lots of teams have not used their star yet. So don't get comfy. You may be ousted. Alrighty, folks. Usually our third round is always a photo round, but we finally got 2 speakers, which allows me to do a music round. So tonight, I'm going to play 10 songs that are listed on the top 100 songs according to Rolling Stone. Not my personal preference, all of them. I just need you to name the artists, both singing the song and who sang the song that Rolling Stone considered to be the best. Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to play about the first minute of the song and then move on right away. Again, there will be no repeats. So I'll play about the first minute. Just need you to name the artist of said song. There won't be any interstitial music, if you will, so make sure to keep your guesses quiet if we're getting toward the end of that and moving on to somewhere else. So, with all that being said, get your ears attuned. I'll turn it up a little bit. It might be a little loud for some people close, just to make sure it's fair for everybody. And you'll see the numbers of the questions in the top right in case you need them. But here we are. Let's go ahead and dive into round number 3. Name the artist for the top 100 Rolling Stones song. Ten seconds. Make a guess or take some notes.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Doing our first music round ever.
Here's number 2.
Good. How are you? Did you survive the fair?
So happy to see you.
Did you survive the fair?
Lord willing, it was a tough one. I worked
Yeah.
16-hour days, but
Sounds about right.
there.
Name the artist. Oh, shoot. That should be number 2. Ten seconds. Number 3. Keep your guesses quiet on quiet songs, folks. Ten seconds. Moving on to number 4. Name the artist. Ten seconds. Move on to number 5. And top 100 Rolling Stone songs. Name the artist. Keep your guesses quiet on quiet songs, please. Seconds. Moving on to number 6, the artists. Sorry, guys. Ten seconds. Moving on to number 7. Get on these quiet openers. Make sure if you know it right away, don't guess loudly. Ten seconds. Three more here. Here's number 8. Ten seconds. So on number 9. Rolling Stone's top 100 songs. Name the artist. Keep those guesses sneaky.
Blood of leaves and blood of green. Black body swim in the sun, the green
10 seconds.
stream. From the
And finally, number 10.
The Grand Marnier with minutes.
Saucy. That's saucy.
Right? Good.
All right, we got 10 more seconds, but I'm just going to let this song play through. You'll have 2 minutes starting now-ish to get all your songs up. Excuse me, slips up.
So hard to hear what it sounds like. They just got them and they didn't have any time to practice them. I showed up tonight, nothing was set up. And I was like, just go. And I know, well, isn't that new music? But yeah, still kind of a pain in the butt here.
Favorite person ever.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. You need to meet Walt Keith.
You have 1 minute left, 1 minute to get all slips in, please.
That was karaoke night.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
All right, folks, that is going to do it. You need a last call for all slips. Please get them up here in the next couple minutes. Excuse me, last call right now.
Now!
Fair warning, kitchen will be closed in about 30 minutes. Get your orders in now if you can.
Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you.
Alrighty, crew. Thank you for your patience. Let's check those answers to round number 3. Some good scores from some of y'all, some poor scores from teams that usually crush it. See how your team did here. Again, I apologize for the volume. We'll figure out the sound stuff soon. We just got these speakers, so we're trying to figure it out. The song Common People is by Pulp. I know, right? Pulp. You know, everybody's favorite fan, Pulp. Is that you? Do you actually like Pulp? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of you, especially you, man. Just kidding. So lot number 2 here. Blitzkrieg Pop. That is from the Ramones. The Ramones. Number 3. That's U2. Me2 and U2. Not hashtag Me Too, though. It's a whole different thing. Moving on to number 4. Here's a fun fact. There were actually Latin reggaeton guys before Daddy Yankee. I know that might be a shocker to all of you. Oh, excuse me, no, shit, I already gave it away. A lot of people guess Pitbull. This is Daddy Yankee. And if you traveled in Latin America with like 5 years since this song came out, it was playing endlessly everywhere. Gasolina. Thinking back some 80s wonder slides here. This was Kate Bush. Kate Bush. Number 6, sorry, comes in celeb. Lots of guesses. A lot of people at least kind of knew the era and guessed that he was an African American gentleman, but we needed the details. That's James Brown, baby. James Brown. Move on, number 7. I'd say about half the folks that clearly were guessing guessed a female singer. Listen, some men don't have back hair and can sing that high. That's Smokey Robinson. I, on the other hand, have plenty of back hair. Number 8. If you know, you know. This is Outcast. I also took Andre 3000. This is his side of the album. Move on, number 9 here. Nothing says fun about it like a song about lynching. Lots of these gals, Etta James, Ella Fitzgerald, have that beautiful tone, but Billie Holiday specifically sang this song and caused quite a ruckus amongst pissy old white American Southerners for some reason. Which is pointing out the inappropriateness of, you know, good old public genocide here. And number 10 was Paper Planes by M.I.A. M.I.A. So with that said, let's check your score, see how y'all did. So quite a few teams have not used their star. Just a reminder, I will not automatically star you. So if you haven't used it yet, go ahead and circle it at the top of your sheet now. Music round, give a little shake up here at the top. 50 Shades again off the Gray, still holding strong, but losing some of their lead. Scalcahose moving up with a perfect score and a star to second place. And -2 moving into third with Bird Law Firm right on their birdie little tail. So it's all going to come down to this last round here tonight. We always try to do something kind of weird and different for last round. So round number 4 is going to be film and literature before and after. I will be honest, most of these have both a movie and a book in the answer, except oddly enough, the example I gave you and like 1 or 2 other ones, but they either involve films or literature before and after. Let me give you an example of what you'll see. This is just an example here. I will give you something like Prince's album, song, and movie, plus Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise movie. This is just an example. This is not the first one. And so that would be Purple Rain and Rain Man. Purple Rain Man. We following along? We getting while the getting's good? All right. With that being said, I'm going to get my timer going here. And let's dive right into number 1. It should be a before and after. They share their end and first word in order. Here we go. A 1997 film starring Harrison Ford as the president and a Ken Kesey novel. Before and after, it should be the full titles of each, and they share the end/beginning. I've been teaching kids all week, man. This is about as witty as I could be. Give me a second, Rob. 10 seconds. Let's move on to number 2. Remember, it should be the full titles of each, sharing a middle word. 1946 James Jimmy Stewart Christmas movie and a 2001 fantasy adventure novel by Jan Martel.
First question.
What's that?
Blasted.
Do you know the other half of it though?
Done. I'm like,
No, you're okay.
I'm saying,
10 seconds, folks. Take notes. Moving on to number 3 here, a 1996 film starring Matthew McConaughey and Sandra Bullock, plus a 1960 novel by Harper Lee. How do you put those two together? And seconds. And you'll have 2 minutes afterwards, so take some notes if you want to. Let's move on to number 4, a 1939 Clark Gable film, plus a 1908 Kenneth Grahame children's novel. Put those together with the before and after. I know some of these names get a little long. Feel free to write very small but clearly. Thank you. Ten seconds. Number 5 in our film and literature back-to-back here, a dystopian novel by Anthony Burgess from '62, plus a 2002 film starring Colin Hanks and Jack Black. Ten seconds. How about number 6, a 1959 animated Disney movie and a 1991 animated Disney movie? Keep those guesses quiet, folks. Ten seconds. Club number 7, a 2000 film with Tom Hanks, Julia Roberts, and Philip Seymour Hoffman, plus an 1860 Leo Tolstoy epic.
Oh.
10 seconds. Just got 3 more here. How about number 8, an L. Ron Hubbard novel from '82, plus an '88 film starring Jim Carrey and Jeff Goldblum? Ten seconds.
I have this thing here.
Moving on to number 9, a 2009 country film starring Jeff Bridges, plus a 1902 novella by Joseph Conrad.
Thank you. Oh yeah, can you put it above the little bit ago, please? Thank you.
Ten seconds. And finally, question number 10, a 2010 video game film starring Michael Cera and a 1978 Bildungsrahmen by John Irving. What is the Bildungsrahmen? It's part of the question.
No, I don't think most people do though. So it's Scott Pilgrim versus the world according to Garth. World and then the world according to Garth.
Very interesting, sir.
You know, most of these books were turned into movies too, so I'm like, it's not that stinky.
It was
Like, I'll
Time to Kill a Mockingbird.
10 seconds.
Interesting. Okay. What's the name?
Just like what would be fun. I usually just do creamer, like,
And that, my friends, is going to do it for round number 4, our final round. Don't forget to star it if you haven't used your star. And your 2 minutes to turn in your slip starts now.
like a product, license to kill a mockingbird. Beauty and the Beast. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. Okay, join me, sir. Oh no.
About 45 seconds left till all slips need to be turned in at the table, please.
Glad I only booted one. Fair enough.
Great round. Always so fun.
Was that fun? Okay, good. I was like, the scores are real low. I think some people are very pissed.
10 seconds. This is your last call. Last call, folks. And that's time. If you haven't slipped, rush it up here now. Otherwise, I'll start marking off when we have extra time here. Oh, tiny person took a tumble. That kid is cut off. He's wasted. And folks, this is your last call to get some food into the kitchen. If you're hungry and don't want to cook tonight, now's the time to snag a server.
Oh, she definitely does. Everybody's talking about her.
To make
I will survive either way. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your gorgeous little face about it.
my
And if it's not in there, I swear we're over. It's done. Drive safe, nerd. That was good. Freaking DVDs, man, up front, there's Carmel's now, and it's supposed to see dark control. Yes, got the things to do. Oh my gosh, thank you, brother. No, I think I eat on that for like my next 3 meals at home.
All righty, folks. Thank you for your patience. A lot more words I have to read on those answers than usual. Before we get to those answers, though, I just want to say just a little bit of shameless, not self-promotion, frankly, just begging. But I spend a good 8 to 10 hours on these trivia nights every week to hopefully kind of try to make them as fun and interesting and kind of always different for y'all. If you appreciate that, and I'll throw a couple bucks in my little tip class up here, I will not complain. If you don't, you probably scored really low on this last round. Well, let's check those answers, see how your team did. Close to everybody got this one. Harrison Ford as President Ken Kesey. That was Air Force One flew over the cuckoo's nest. You know what else is funny is that a lot of the movies are actually based on books, and a lot of the books were made into movies. So I tried not to be too sneaky on these for you. Well, we got a Jimmy Stewart movie and a novel by Jan Martel. That's It's a Wonderful Life of Pi. Again, books to movies, movies to books. That movie with Matthew McConaughey and Sandra Bullock, a lot of people guessed Dressed to Kill or License to Kill. It was A Time to Kill, based on a book. And To Kill a Mockingbird is a John Grisham book. Not exactly subtle. The Clark Gable film, which was based on a book, and Kenneth Graham's children's novel, it's had a ton of cartoons made out of it. That's Gone with the Wind in the Willows. Wind in the Willows. I'm surprised a lot of you knew the first one, and a lot of us missed the second one, which is fine. But that's A Clockwork Orange and then Orange County. Remember that truly forgettable movie? You were probably stoned in it, just like the makers of the movie were. I was kind of like that we could use the same clue. That's Sleeping Beauty and Beauty and the Beast. Some of y'all got pretty close on this one, but it did need to be fully accurate. So that movie, and then Tolstoy, it was Charlie Wilson's War and War and Peace. I do think only about 3 teams got this one. The L. Ron Hubbard novel, like he wrote a bunch of crazy stuff. And then Jeff Goldblum and Jim Carrey. That was Battlefield Earth and Earth Girls Are Easy. This one threw us off a bit too. I think most people got the Joseph Conrad because they were paying attention in freshman English. But that 2009 Jeff Bridges movie was called, you gotta wait for it here, Crazy Hearts and Heart of Darkness. If it makes it feel any better, I always write down the answers as I go. I put Wild Heart as well. But unfortunately, I was even wrong. Then 2010, if you haven't seen this 2010 movie, like I really recommend it because it's absolutely stinking weird and delightful. Bildungsroman is just a story about somebody growing up. So that was Scott Pilgrim versus the World, according to Garth. So a few people said Saves the World, and I couldn't take it because if you can't be a pedantic asshole at trivia, where can you be? So let's get to those final scores. I just got to do a little bit of squiggle in here. There we go. We will need a tiebreaker tonight, by the way, for third place to see who's taking home the dainty beer floaty. Beautifully termed. So let's check those scores bottom to top, and we'll need a third place tiebreaker. You got our actual first goose egg from the Know It Ales. It's okay, folks. It's not for everyone. Don't stress about it. You should see me when I try to go to trivia, and they're like, let's talk about 1972 baseball statistics. And I just walk out. Just not my thing. And here we are at the top of the list, streaking out by 2 points. 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey taking home a whole $30. That's what a table of 6 adults getting $30 sounds like, apparently. The Scalcahos got 41 points, taking home second place, and third place is to Trivia and Beyond and the Pedantic Nerds. So if you are one of those teams, grab a slip, write your name on it. We'll do a quick tiebreaker here. You can participate as well by keeping your filthy mouth shut and thinking what answer you would give. Here's our tiebreaker. This is for all of the dainty beer floats. We mentioned it once in the questions tonight. Let's just see, what is the current population of Nicaragua? You know, a classic number you should probably know.
You'll have to go to the bar to figure out whether.
And we're looking for the current population estimate. Obviously, we don't really know of Nicaragua.
Tracking everybody who's here. I think there's only 4 left. I got you guys up on screen.
This is Antigua. No, that's Antigua, Guatemala. What is León, Nicaragua? I've only been there a few times. MBD.
Yeah.
So let's get those answers up as soon as we can, folks. We're looking for the population of Nicaragua. Whoever's closest to the real answer, over or under, will get that extra point and take home this very much not safe as a life-saving flotation device. We got 1, we got 2. Hoo. Two Trivia Beyond, you're dumb. So we have one guess of 7 million and another guess of 890,000. One of these things is not like the other, and the real answer is 7.14 million. The Pedantic Nerds taking home third place. And to Trivia and Beyond, you should go to Nicaragua. Managua, I think, has like 2 million just itself. Congratulations, sir. Guys, thank y'all so much for coming out. Sorry if I blasted you with music. We will figure out the sound system down here a little bit better in the future. We'll still do a mix of pictures and sound rounds and try to keep it all moving and grooving for you. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and thanks for coming down.
I'll do other sound rounds though.
I'm a skeleton.
Just got so you have to go talk to the bar. Yes, and you guys got second, right? So if you tell me you need the second place gift card, it should be 20. Sorry. So you switch for the front area. There's your common roast.
Oh, and sorry, folks, if any of our tournament teams are still here, let me pop up your current scores as of last week. This is our total scores through week 10. This is week 11. There's a few folks a little bit ahead of others.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Prorated?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you only play twice?
No, it's total score for all the summer. We're trying to like give some love to our regulars that come down every week. Really is the only excuse. No, I think so. They just get to it. It's even stupider prizes than this crap, so don't even worry about it. Oh my gosh, I was just texting you. Look at time. Dude, I put the 5 on the outside. It's mostly what's. Oh, just want to let you know tonight when I got in, the microphone stand was sitting out and the cord was sitting out and it was all that was done. So I had to go in the back and get the thing. I had to go try to find pens. I had to go try to cut up the sheets. I had to find extra stuff. I had to like find all the things. And it just put us, I mean, we ended up ending on a pretty appropriate time. But then again, the cards weren't done. So people come up to me and I'm like, you just have to talk to the bar, which isn't the end of the world. But
Yeah.
it's just kind of nice to be able to hand them out. So
just make it.
and if you could tell everybody was kind of busy, but I did see Rob like hanging out and wandering off right as I showed up, and I was like, the extension cord isn't even out. And I was like, oh man, like,
Getting the that's that deal that's
huh?
sometimes you nothing it's none of this stuff gets done. You always lift a finger to anything that like yeah. It's like dude, you have to.
We love him, but so I just want to put that in the mix. So I did.
I'm gonna make it like we'll just discuss this in we got a big meeting or we're just gonna I'll
Yes,
just be like, hey,
that's the only reason I want to
I'll
mention.
be like, hey, we should this is the opener's responsibility on these days. You need to have everything set by 5. You know, like
Right, 'cause it's not like holding this
Or like-
table from 5 to 7.
no,
That's
it's not a
really all
problem.
right.
No. And it's like, okay, well, I think what we'll do is just like say, after if you're too busy on shift to do it, then you're gonna stay from 5 to 5:15 and get it all set. If that's your closing word. As the opener, that's your closing.
Other thing that would be helpful for me is like I didn't even know where scissors were, and somebody found a
Right.
paper cutter, but I don't even know where that exists.
Yeah.
Luckily, I went back and dug around. I was like, "Oh, here's a bunch of sheets in the printer."
That shouldn't be your. I mean, that's not. on you.
Still, also, shit happens soon. I'm happy. I need to know kind of where stuff is.
Yeah.
Also, luckily, I knew where the extension cord was because
Right.
otherwise, who would ever guess it's something back there, right?
So
So,
even left that out yesterday.
No.
Somebody needs to put it away.
yeah, it all got pulled in. That and maybe just a quick run on the not tonight, but a quick run on the projector. So I can do the TVs, but I
Yeah.
can't do the projector.
Yeah,
So,
it's so easy.
'cause, you know,
yeah,
I-
it will.
but if everybody's behind, I totally get it.
You want me to
Like,
show you right now?
not-
No, okay.
I never
Well,
really
let's
long
do it.
man. I just
No, I
wanna
get
go.
you. I get you. No, it's super easy. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
something.
Right.
How did you do a sound round? That's what I really wanted to know.
Yes, and I think the problem is when I'm sitting here, I want to make sure it's loud and clear for everybody. I think it might have been way too loud, but I can't be here and be there either through talking or I guess I could with the music.
I wanted
but-
to get down here, and I got here right at the start of the 4th round. I wanted to get down
Like
here,
this,
catch the
like,
3rd
yeah,
round, and
sure.
missed it by a little bit.
But everybody seemed to be able to hear enough to like answer.
Cool.
And like most sound rounds, like some people nail it, and some people are just I don't know Radiohead for everything. Like,
Right.
Which is
what's
gonna
what's
attribute
the
us.
theme of your round?
I did just because I wasn't just to start it off here. It's kind of interesting to find out how many audio files we actually have as regulars. I just picked 10 of the top 100 Rolling Stone
Cool.
songs,
Nice.
like rated
And you
100.
just played 3 seconds or 5
I'll
seconds
play,
or whatever.
play a full minute.
Oh, damn.
And then, but then there's no repeat or anything. We just go on to the next one.
Sure. Okay.
So that
cool.
way, I don't have to try to switch over to filler music or
good
anything.
call. I actually had some ideas for sound around.
Yeah.
I'll text him to you and stuff.
Okay. I usually
yeah.
just kind of like I try not to stick to a real like a genre. I don't do like 1970s punk
No, I
because
was
you
gonna
know
say,
you don't.
like name like I don't know, name the Disney movie that the song is from,
Sure, sure,
or
sure.
like or it's gonna do somebody's voice. Like I don't know, maybe that's what I got on Disney. I can't remember. It was like name this character's voice or something.
Sure, which
Here.
so I do really like sound rounds more than music rounds
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah.
Music rounds are 10 times easier because otherwise I have to get
you
into a
hear
video.
Homer Simpson say something.
Yeah.
It's like whose voice is
But I have to get into like an audio editing software at that point,
yeah.
and that gets sloppy. Or even if I was flicking through like YouTube videos, then it's
Yeah.
also like of ads gonna pop up right in the middle.
Yeah.
That kind of crap.
No, that's a good.
So,
point. Yeah, that's
I usually try to do like
happiness.
songs with the day of the week in their name, or songs that mention
Sure.
food, or songs that mention so that way I can do some like old school stuff for some of our older folks.
Right.
I can do some pretty new and like poppy random shit
Yeah.
that's at the beginning for the music. But I have a ton of ideas for the sound rounds. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like not fucking around. Like if we in next spring, I'm gonna do like native birds,
Yeah,
like
I was thinking that
calls,
too.
yeah.
I mean, that's fucking tough, though. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that'd be
Or just to do like native animals in general.
yeah,
It's like if you know what a coyote sounds like, you know.
right,
And they make some weird ass sounds.
right. You throw some easy ones in there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like chickadee, which says chickadee.
Yeah, yeah.
Answer whippoorwill
Totally.
says we don't have whippoorwills, but state birds and stuff. So I'll do that, but I do think I'll probably keep it to at most every other week and probably like once a month.
Yes, I think so. You swapped out for the picture round. I think overall people will probably prefer a picture round.
Well,
But-
that's what people are used to.
Right.
It's the photo
I
round.
think just like
But-
between the two, like if people were like, which one do you want? I think most people would be like, I prefer picture round. But people will enjoy both.
Yeah, some
And-
teams are getting 2 or 3 points
Right.
per round, and then got a 10 in the music
Right.
round. Though, so
And some people
like that's
some people will still be like, I would prefer pictures to music to sound.
Yeah.
However, I prefer sound to everything else too.
Yeah.
So it's like I like them both a lot.
I
you
think,
know.
I think I think the idea is to keep everything moving enough that it bothers someone. Like my
Yeah.
first 2 rounds tonight were pretty like history science heavy. So then we did the music round, and then the last round was like before and after with books and movies.
What were the songs in the top 10? I got to know now. Or in the top 100?
Oh, just the one that I pulled out. There were I didn't show the playlist or so funny. I was literally texting him.
I really,
The first one I didn't mean to be so hard. I tried to put them in random order.
yeah.
I use a randomizer sometimes, but it's like we gotta live like common people. I'm like, what's Craig Rock? You choose one. Gasolina by Daddy Yankee.
Damn,
Run Up That Hill, Kate Bush. Pop's got Brandon Beck.
damn, I wouldn't have done
Jackson
so
White
well.
Gears.
Would have gone.
Bombs Over Baghdad. I mean, come
I
on.
would have gotten Paper Planes. Probably, maybe, probably not that.
You would have got Bombs Over Baghdad.
I don't know. I don't
No,
know
once
what's the name.
it starts,
I would have gotten Tracks My Tears. I would have probably gotten Pop Scrap Banner Bag. I might have gotten one. I would have gotten Blitzkrieg Bop, but that was probably it. Probably gotten 4 or 5 there.
Hope was the most truly random one, but everybody, I think a lot of people know the song. They just don't know what's like. A lot of people guess like David Bowie.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's fun because, like, for like Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday, everybody's guessing every other black jazz singer of the era. So there's a lot of Hope Fitzgerald and Etta James, and it's like,
Is this the summer trivia? Summer
let's
league?
go that after last
So 385 is that our leader?
420.
428. That's summer game. Do you know any of these ones?
Yeah. So some of the is like the
Like,
crew.
Yeah.
Red Hot Murphys and World 4.
Who's that? Is that area?
Probably no, I don't think so. No, they're not actually in it, which is fine because everyone who wants to play.
Maybe the
We're looking like the Hot Goblin team.
yeah. Huh.
Pirates, trying. I don't know. 17.
We should have put a cranky sane team in. We just never get
Four.
we just never have the opportunity to answer anything.
Well, the main problem is that, like, sometimes those rounds are in and sometimes
Yeah.
I should slag. And
I mean,
we
yeah.
don't. What's that? Like that's the one. Yeah, we should very flex. Yeah. I need to tell it. My stepping point. It's like literally no films. I don't actually have a record player. I just really like the cover. I saw the second answer and I was like, hey, that cover's so cool and classy and weird. Great. People back when they get entire box
Exactly.
of garbage. And I'm like, I try to have the wheel size be a little bit the spot size large. And then when I want to get them, slow down in the winter, which is sometimes do, but I doubt they will here. What I really want to do is give away a dumbest answer every round prize too. It's like you don't know, putting down like something really dumb and fun. But if I have so many teams to score, I don't want to waste time. Yeah, they don't.
Make sure the slowest one gets it right.
So I was thinking about that, but the problem was, oh, this is actually the summer tournament.
This was leave.
They almost always stop. So then you go to like, okay, they're not here. Is there anybody else here? No, they're not here. Then they're, and I'm like,
If you get like second or fourth or something, then they reserve your table.
they did love that, but also if we record the table, they want the whole hour. They kick out the people living there right before you walk in.
Once the play is here
Yeah,
now already.
that's what I'm saying.
So the table's already prepared.
Well, we
I
do
sat at that table for a full hour before.
I know it's not great, and then I'm trying to commission kind of show that. I just think it's out there, but like, it's not probably shoots, what will do, like that, or so we're always moving, but I appreciate the idea of prepping. That would be fun, but I think it becomes a problem for them trying to manage food. Before we had food, it would have been a totally different story, right? But now some, I don't know, I eat it every night. I literally read it. I love you soft and soft, like I read some like 15, 16. It's let it out, let it all goes. You. Hi. Oh, I did pretty well tonight.
Yeah.
Still gotta put the dang tournament prizes in. Don't you love that? Isn't that just like your favorite though? No, it is. I listen. Hey, don't you be like that. I've worked with tweens all week. I don't need any sass from adults. 20 got 32. No, it's 20 got 32. 20 got 32. 20 got 2. 22. 26 to 3. 17 got 57. 13 got 33. 13 got 15. 13. Very respectable. He's 19 got 40. 23 got 43. 23 got 43. 3. What was it?